Hey, what's up, YouTube? It has been several months now since the last time that I made an upload, and I dearly missed all of my super ultra giga chad subscribers. So I have to do a video and discuss what's been going on with me and my consumerism habits. I know that all of you are on the edge of your seat right now, wondering, what did Marty buy now? What did he buy now? What's he spending money on now? Well, I might be an Apple guy again, and I hate to admit it. I trashed Apple in some of my earlier videos after kicking Apple, and I switched to Pixel 9a running Graphene OS, and I thought it was really sweet. It was fucking great, man. It was like, they can't harvest my life force to feed to the algorithm, and I had complete control over my data, and it was really sweet, and it was really great, and I was all about it. And then I tried to use a FOSS fucking GPS like regularly, and it was trash. I tried all of them, dude. I tried Open Maps, I tried OSM, I tried fucking all the other ones you could think of that I can't think of off the top of my head. And as much as I love all of this shit that I could do with a de-Google Android device, I was just fucking not feeling it, bro. Having to do all that shit. And there was like app compatibility where like certain apps just wouldn't work, or I had to install Google Play services to get them to work, which completely defeats the purpose of having Graphene OS. But if you want to live in, we live in a society, and that society requires you to allow your information to be harvested and sold to Mr. Sheckelstein's advertisers. So it fucking sucks, dude, but it is what it is. What can we do about it, right? So I had an iPhone SE floating around, and actually most of my videos were filmed on that iPhone SE. And so I had it floating around, and I switched back to it, and it was pretty sweet. I actually love that phone. It's tiny, it's compact, it's pretty cool. Thoroughly enjoy it. But the battery was just complete trash on it. It from factory, it had an 1800 mAh battery, and after 2 years of semi-regular use, I had lost 10% on it. So it was like a fucking 1640 battery or whatever the math is on that. It was like 1815 to start, and then after 10%, I don't know. But either way, yeah, it was super trash. So my fucking truck broke down like an hour outside of town, and my shit was fucked up, dude. I live in the Phoenix Metro. Right now I'm moving soon, but right now I live in the Phoenix Metro, and my fucking truck broke down like an hour outside of the Phoenix Metro. And on that day it was 107 degrees, and 107 degrees is fucking hot when you have to wrench on your truck. Like, dude, my fucking hands were burning, my fucking eyes were burning. It was like you couldn't even touch the fucking truck without your shit catching on fire and fucking scolding you. So I ended up, trying to figure something else out, because the fucking iPhone's battery was such dog shit that like it ran out of juice, and like I had to find a fucking phone charger in Eloy, Arizona, which is, if you don't know, it's the middle of fucking nowhere, to charge my iPhone up in order to call a tow truck to get my shit back to the house and call an Uber. So like, I kind of realized that that's just not viable. And like, you could say like, oh, well, Marty, you could just bring a fucking phone power bank and a charger with you everywhere you go. And it's like, dude, yeah, okay, you could, and I have been, but do you know how much it fucking, like, you're a human being, I'm a human being. Even though I'm really close to perfect, I'm not perfect. So shit gets forgotten about. You forget about the fucking phone charger one day, and then you take a trip like, an hour or so outside of Phoenix, and then your shit breaks down on the side of the road. You know what I mean? So like, it's just not like, having to rely on that's fucking retarded. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch back to graphene. And it's just the fucking the GPS and the app compatibility, dude. It's not really feasible. There's too many friction points. So I ended up going back to the iPhone, and I've been figuring out, like trying to get it to work and be like compatible with day-to-day life, but the battery was dog shit. So it just wasn't like super feasible outside of like a backup phone. So I started to explore my options. Now, modern iPhones are made in China, or they're made in India instead of China. And the Indians don't have super great quality control. So like, I had an iPhone 15, and I had to go through like 4 of them before I found a screen that wasn't dog shit. I've had other Indian made products, and nothing against India, but the quality of product that's coming out of India, I noticed that they have far more issues with their quality control as opposed to China. And that's like, it's understandable. You know, India is kind of developing their manufacturing base, whereas China's been around for a long time, and they've been the electronics manufacturing capital for a long time. So their processes, particularly with Apple products, are really well worked out. So I wanted something Chinese made, and you can't buy a new iPhone that's Chinese made. I wanted a physical SIM card slot for my own reasons, and I wanted Lightning. I've had bad luck with USB-C, and I know that everybody's, oh, Lightning, this USB-C is the standard. Yeah, dude, but I've had so many fucking Lightning ports break on me, you know, and there's no unified standard for like USB-C charging or like the quality of the cord. So like, yeah, they can work with everything, but oftentimes you're gonna spend the money on something anyway. I just prefer Lightning, you know. So I said, okay, so how do I get Lightning? I get a micro SD card slot. I'm sorry, not micro SD, but like a physical SIM card slot. And how do I get something small? And the only option with that was, a better battery. And the only option with that was the 13 mini. So the 13 mini hasn't been made since like a few years now. So your only option is to buy one used or refurbed. So I started looking online, I checked OfferUp, I checked Facebook Marketplace, I couldn't find any. And well, the ones I did find were like weird, or they had like cracks, or they were fucked up or whatever. So I did Amazon Renewed, and I bought one. It's got 90% battery. I checked and I hooked it up to a few tools on my computer, and 100% original Apple parts, not a single scratch on it, no cracks. The thing is like fucking clean, like it lived inside of a badass case for its entire life. And the battery's much better. So that solved that issue. And so, you know, where I'm at now is that, okay, like I'll trash Apple all day, but if you do shit right, you can actually get a good value on what you buy. So like, I hate being inside of the walled garden. It's kind of lame. It's just that you have to look at your phone like, okay, so how am I going to use my phone? Like, is my phone going to be a phone first with other tools attached to it? Then Apple's the better way to go. Is my phone going to be a computer first with a phone attached to it? Then you want an Android. So Apple, you know, I don't like my fucking data being harvested, and Apple does do that, but they're better about how they do that. So they're not perfect, but they're better about how they do that versus stock Android. Like I would never run stock Android. So, you know, I said, okay, fuck it, I have to make compromises, and I'm back on the Apple train, back in the Apple ecosystem. And I wanted to talk about, if you're still watching, thank you. I wanted to talk about one of what I believe to be the better Apple, like better value Apple products that's being offered currently, and that's a pair of wired earbuds. Oh, by the way, I got an amazing deal on an Apple Watch SE3 too, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but I got a fucking amazing deal on it. I'll probably, knowing myself, I'll probably end up selling it, but it's kind of against my my adrenochrome fucking tenants. But anyway, so yeah, so I think the Apple AirPods, the wired earpods, are probably one of the better value Apple products that you can buy. They're like $18. My last pair I had for 2 years. I beat the absolute fuck out of them. Like, I'm hard on my shit, dude. Like, hard on it. And I fucking had my last pair for like 2 years before I soaked them in grease, like car grease. And they decided to short or something. I couldn't get them cleaned enough to have them work. So they broke, so I just bought another pair, and these things are tuned. So the thing about Apple is that Apple tunes shit to be, they kind of set shit up for like, so that it will be good for everybody. That's kind of their design philosophy, or that's what I've noticed, where like Apple designs something and they say like, okay, so take like the norm, like average everybody out and then find what works for that person. Like if you had just like the most average person in the entire world, what would work for them? So they target that median, and then you may have like variations between individuals that impact, you know, how fit and finishes for them, but it will always be close to center, right? So they take the average of all humans and they build their products around that, so that if you're outside of the median, it will still be close to the median for the things that you'll value in your products, right? So like fit, finish, and stuff like that. So they're like the safest bet whenever you're buying an electronic, because they're designed to be appealing to the median. They're designed to be appealing for your average person. So if you don't like it, chances are you're only gonna not like it by a few degrees, because you're probably just a few degrees different from the median person, from the average person. So it was like 18 bucks and it lasts a long time. And honestly, I don't really want to talk about that. I just wanted to do an update video and let you guys know how Marty Mart was doing. And that's pretty good. Life is crazy and life is stressful, and you know, I've got a lot going on right now, but all in all, yeah, no, I can't really bitch too much. So all right guys, hope you've been good. Bye.